Alright, for this project what we're doing is building a package tray for a 79 Trans Am. What I've got is a hole cut out right here for a 10-inch sub. I'm wanting to run 6.5-inch mid-range on each side. Alright, now I'm wanting a little bit of custom fabrication here. So I'm not going to take the old original wore out looking package tray. So the car is tore completely apart. So here is our original package tray. It's been wet, weathered, beat up. It's old. So what I've done is I've got some thin material. Here's the other side. It's just not really even sure what they call that, masonite board maybe. So I cut me a little piece out so I can manage. My shop is cluttered right now. I've got several projects going at once, and I'm working in a small shop. So this is manageable on this little table, and I've got my vice grips to hold the edges, and I went ahead and traced around. Went ahead and traced my 6x9 original speaker holes there just for reference. Now this package tray has on this side, this piece right here flaps down behind the back seat, so that's a nice trim feature there. We're going to try to keep that, but I'm going to make a new one. That's a good idea though, to keep that. So now what I'm going to do is cut this out. I'm going to leave these solid, but I'm going to cut this line and see if this is flexible enough. It should be, because that is not a flat area back there. Or I would use a thicker sheet and just be done with it. Here is the speakers, the 6.5. I'm going to go with a Scar Audio. It's a pretty nice looking speaker. Should work fine. Should sound great. It's always best, even with these, to put something in behind it, a little baffle area. It'd make it sound better, even if it's a mid-range. So I'll get back with you after I cut this out and see how well it fits. Okay, so next step is I cut this out. Then what I did is drew my 6.5 holes and my square hole for my sub to blow through. And then to get everything the same, mirror image on each side, what I did is I measured in 11 inches and then up 3 inches. Alright, and I made my mark. This is the container that the speaker came in. These generally will fit really good to the speaker. It's a little bit loose, so I might make the hole just a hair smaller than this. But I am going to have a backing ring on the back side of this, so it's not that big of a deal. I put my little center mark. This doesn't have to be exact. It's going to be pretty close. So then I just made my circle. Okay, I've decided to go ahead and make this a perfect circle. I'm going to use this Jasper guide here, and what we're going to do, what you do is you find center point of your circle, you drill an 1/8 of an inch hole, and this pin will go into the hole, and then a 1/4 inch router bit is what this requires. And then I'm going to cut a 5, so I follow the 5 up. And I'm going to go a hair shy. It's actually half. I'm going to go 7/16. So I've put my pin at 5 7/16, and see if the speaker will fit in that. It should. It's a little bit big in that other piece. So I'm going to find center point of both of these, drill that center hole, and then cut that out, and it'll be a perfect circle. And then I will cut this out. My jigsaw blade has broke. I don't have any more, so I'm just going to rough this in with the router. This doesn't have to be perfect. It's going to get covered over with some other stuff whenever I'm done, if all goes as planned. So, here we go. Alright guys, my 5.5 inch hole actually needed to be a little bit bigger, so I just opened it up a little bit. It's not a big deal. Got it all cut out. That part's done. Now what I'm going to do is I cut these. What I need is a ring, 7-inch ring, to fit the outside of this speaker. So I've cut these at 8 inches. I'm going to find center point in both of them. I'm going to cut a ring out for this to drop down in. Actually, it needs to be a little bit bigger than what I thought, so I'm going to step it up to let's see, 5 and maybe 9/16 or 5 and 5/8. I just move my little pin over, make the hole just a little bit bigger, be good to go. I just put these scrap 2x4s up here so that I'm not trying to drill into my metal table with my router bit, because that probably wouldn't be good on it. I'm probably just going to throw a screw in here to hold these to this board. It's a little bit wobbly, but I may throw another piece right in between them here, if I can find me a small scrap piece, just to hold that stationary while I cut out my other holes, make my little rings here, and then I'll cut you back on. Okay guys, this is a fairly new tool to me, so with that in mind, I messed up. This is supposed to be the outside of the circle, 7 inches. I set this up at 7 inches and I started cutting. I was like, that just didn't look right. Ends up being 6.5 inches. So I didn't take in consideration that diameter of this is going to be cutting. So what I need to do is step this out. I'll have to make a new one of these, but I ended up, I put this brace in, screwed it, and screwed it. It's not going anywhere, so it's safe to cut now. This one, I haven't messed it up. So I'm just going to redo this one, and I have now moved this out to 7.5. So that will give me my outside diameter of 7 inches, and then I will cut my inside hole after I cut the outside. I'll probably have to move my screws in, but kind of give you a little heads up there. Alright, you're learning with me. Alright, I'm going to do some more. I'll update you. So what I've done here is I put my screws in the part that I will cut off. I will only have a ring right here. And what that's going to do, it's going to allow this to bend and flex the shape of the car. But this is thin, so a screw won't really hold good on that. So I'm going to glue these rings inside here. So whenever I put my speaker in, it will give me something to put my screw into. And then the speaker will be mounted solid. Now I know I'm going to have to cut this metal out of this package tray a little bit bigger. It's not even in the right spot. This is where my hole is in the car. So it's not a big deal. I'll just cut this metal out, and then that'll fit perfect. It'll be the shape I need. Everything will be good. This is 1/2 inch MDF is what I'm using, and you don't want to cut all the way through this in one pass. I went 4 passes on this, so that's a lot of depth to be cutting at once. It won't be real accurate, so you just unlock it. This is adjustable, so you can go whatever depth you want. So whenever I go one pass, I go a little bit deeper and go another pass. Always lock that so it doesn't move as you make your passes. So that'll get you going. It'll be a more accurate hole. Making so many passes, it won't have to take off as much volume in one spot at a time. But I'm making a mess here. Shop is a huge mess, but that's what happens when you work in it. So anyway, I'll do some more stuff here. So now I've got these rings, so they will fit to the speaker, just like so. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fit these rings onto the back side of this, just like that. Alright guys, I thought I'd go ahead and give you one last little update here. It went together real quick, real easy. I just set it up on jack stands here, kind of get it up off the floor, or off the table, so I can put my speakers in. Got those glued in, screwed down. This is the easy part. So the easy part's done. So now what I have to do is see if I have it in me to make some Lexan rings with LED edge lit. That's the plan. So that'll go in, and then I'm going to form a piece of wood, MDF, to go over that as a trim panel. It'll all be fitted together, and I'm also going to try to put together a special little grill. I have it all in these boxes. Got some 1/4 inch Lexan. I believe this one's got my grill material in it. Just a sneak peek on that. Get out of the box. So there's the aluminum grill mesh. I've never done any of this stuff here. This will be all trial and error. So stuff's not cheap, so hopefully less error than trial. We'll see how it goes. Also, I don't have a press, so I'm gonna have to rig something up. I may actually use my Titan, use the front tire, just jack it up, build a box and everything. I'll update you as I go, but just gonna have to play it by ear the rest of it, kind of make it up as I go. But if you just wanted a regular package tray, this would work as it is. You could just cover this, put you some standard grills over that, and roll with it. It would be fine. Maybe make a little trim panel or something to go around here out of wood or something, pretty it up a little bit. But that would fly if you really wanted to stop here. But that's not me. Take everything to the next level. Try to. I fail a lot, but I succeed some. But you just can't give up. So y'all will learn with me on this. Alright, thanks for watching. Alright guys, I've already worked pretty hard today, all day at work. I got home tonight, and I don't have very long out in the shop. But I wanted to go ahead and work a little bit, make baby steps, try to complete my goal here. Now, I know whenever I put this Lexan right here, this is clear, this is just a protective covering. But whenever I cut this to fit around the speaker, I'm going to have it edge lit with LED and cut about a 45-degree angle so that the light will hit that angle and you'll be able to see it. It'll make a circle around the speaker. That's my goal. So knowing that, this lip where the speaker is going to sit is not going to be good. I don't really want to build this out of anything thicker and then recess the speaker, because this will have to bend at some shape. Not much, but I don't want to put a solid panel in. So what I've made is another one of these thin pieces that goes to the outside of the speaker. So now I've built that up. So now it's almost flush. It's not quite, but I think it's going to be close enough. I think it's going to look great whenever I'm done. If not, I'll just go back and redo it. you never fail until you give up. So just keep working at it until I'm done with it, until I'm satisfied with it. So, alright, I'll keep you updated.